I'm Chris Cambia, and I am an English teacher at a small school in Maple Grove, Minnesota, and I like anything that has to do with technology. And if you want to just introduce yourself, Lisa, because there are millions of people out listening to us.
Oh, okay. And I'm Solar, and I'm a teacher in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I've been teaching grade 1 for the past few years, and this year I'm jumping to grade 5, 6. So it's going to be a whole new ball game, I think.
Oh, nice. So what kind of do you blog with your students?
This year was my first year having a class website, and we did have a blog on there where we posted lots of things that were happening throughout the day, and sort of one of our literacy centers was a student, one of the groups would do the blog post for the day, so that if they were at that center, they could write about anything that we'd been learning in class or some new game that they'd done, or give instructions for an art project, that kind of thing. Anything that they thought they wanted to share, they could post about.
Oh, nice. What kind of digital things do your students create, content-wise?
We've done stories on the iPad. We just got iPads the first, sort of during the second half of the year this year, so they were doing stories on like StoryMaker, working together to create little books, and then we'd post the videos of the books that they'd done that way. Also, just if they'd type something up, they could post it, or pictures of art with a little typed caption, that kind of thing.
Okay. I have 8th graders, so they're using all sorts of different technology things, and this summer, actually, just a few weeks ago, I learned about both Vine, and then Instagram started their videoing capabilities, and it's just an interesting short snippet of video, and I think students could do some really creative things with it. I mean, Vine is only 6 seconds, and Instagram is 15, so
Okay.
it's pretty cool. And it's using, iPhones or Android small devices. You can't use Instagram or Vine on like an iPad because you look kind of weird walking around with this big giant thing that you're trying to take video with. So I have some ideas on how I'd like students to video their work or things like that. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And my students do blog. They each have their own individual blog through kidblog.org, which is really something I like having them do.
Yeah, that's what I would like to start this year, the first year having the students, just as they're older too, I think it'll be a little bit easier. We were kind of technologically challenged at the beginning of the year, and I had a hard time with the grade ones getting set up, so I found it easier to have a class blog and then working together to post that way. But I think as I have more experience with it, I think even if I had been in grade 1 again this year, I think it would have been, I think just with my own experience, I could have helped them do their own, even at the grade 1 level. So, yeah.
Yep. Nice, nice. What other digital tools do your students use?
Basically just the computers, the iPads, and the digital cameras. So those are sort of what we have available. We started using an app a lot at the end of the year called Screen Chomp. I'm not sure if you've used that, where they were making videos of their math. So I found that a really great way to be able to show their math thinking and record it while they're talking and drawing, and or videotaping using manipulatives even, or taking screenshots, I guess.
And who's the audience? How do you publish them out to the real world?
We did some connecting via Twitter with another classroom and sharing using Math Story that way, and also posting the links to the videos on our school website or our class website.
And can the general public post on yours? Comment on the things that the kids post?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, nice. Yeah, with the blogs that I've had students do, they the work goes right out to the world, published. But I do have moderate any comments that come in. So it is interesting because I have 170 students in a day, and so when they're all posting on their blogs and they're commenting on each other's and other people are commenting on their blog posts, it becomes a huge undertaking to have to moderate the comments, but I just think it makes sense since we have to make sure that the students are safe.
Yeah. Oh, I just discovered if I click on that, I appear. Like I said, it's only my second time now on a Google Hangout.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I have the moderate as well comments, and we didn't get very many comments. I've just discovered the comment for kids on Twitter, so I will use that next year with blogging and try to get more comments. We had a few parents and some older siblings that would write back to the class and principal at the school, that type of thing. But yeah, it didn't become a big thing for me having to moderate the comments because we didn't get a whole lot of them, but I think that was just on my part, not really asking or finding a good way to ask for comments or to really make our blog well known, I guess. So that'll be a work on next year. Yeah.
Nice. No, it's I love finding different ways for students to create. Instead of just doing a poster where they'll cut out pictures that they printed and they glue it on, using different tools like Glogster or Animoto, and it gives students a little bit of creativity within the confines of the fact that I'm basically assigning them to do some things. So it's nice to give them that freedom with creating something that interests them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Hang on one second. I've got someone who's requested to come in, so okay. I'm going to invite her real quick. There we go. All right. So the invitation is posted, and we'll see if some other folks... I feel bad because we have like only 10 minutes left before the session needs to end. So we'll see if she comes in, and it's all good. All right, I'm going to try inviting Isaac again. So I have a couple of... Here we go.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Isaac.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Excited to be here.
All right. What was the session that you were in that went over?
It was Twitter in education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really cool. How about you?
I did one on digital notebooks,
okay.
And Lisa, you said you weren't able to get into a first session?
I didn't get into them.
Okay. So, Isaac, you're listed as the facilitator. So, I'm assuming that you put the topic up on the screen. Did you want to share something about content creation? Did you want to get some tips?
Yeah, basically, I would be absolutely willing to share some of the things that we've done, some of the things I've learned, and I'm pretty sure that I will also be learning from what you are doing, from what other people are trying to do. I don't know if we're going to wait for more people, or is it just the three of us?
It's on the actual spreadsheet. It's just the three of us and another person, and she isn't able to get in. So I'm going to try sending via her email, and see if she gets the link that way.
Okay.
And she can join us. So.
Great.
What kinds of things do you do in your classroom for content creation?
All right. Well, let me introduce myself. First of all, my name's Isaac. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico, and I teach in a private school here. We're all one-to-one with Max in middle school, and we have iPads for lower and upper elementary. So for the past 2 years, I've been working as a history teacher and a language arts teacher, and we've been creating different kinds of content. We've been doing things from iBooks Author for book publishing for the kids, and we've also done podcasts, videos, all sorts of digital media, and we've also had students run Twitter chats, for instance. So just a wide range of different things that we've been actually implementing in class.
What do you use for creating your podcasts?
For the podcast, we use GarageBand mostly.
And that's on the iPads, you said?
Yeah, that's on the iPad, and that's also on their computers.
And then do you have a separate web server where you have those stored, or are they stored on your school server? How are they stored so the public can hear?
You know what? We do have a school server that's supposedly to be available, but we just go to the cloud. We host it sometimes we host it on my blog, for example, or directly on YouTube. I can share some examples depending on what you're looking for the things that I have on my blog, but definitely.
That would be great. If you have a link that you could maybe put into the chat, that would be awesome to look at.
Yeah, of course. Like, what are you interested in?
Well, what does it sound like? You know, how it's embedded in your blog. What blog do you use? There's so many to choose from. Of
course. Let me first of all just open the chat window here so that I can share some links with you. I'll be sharing different kinds, and you feel free. I mean, this is not. I don't want just this me be talking here, but Lisa, feel free to contribute, ask any questions. I mean, we're all here learning, and I definitely don't want to monopolize the conversation. But while I get the links, maybe you can also tell me what you have been doing.
Okay. The past year I've been teaching grade 1, and we had a class Weebly site and had a blog on there where students could post, as well as I would put on the other pages I would put links to the inquiry projects, etc., and then we would post a lot of pictures on our blog and try to keep the community updated that way with what was going on in the class, as well as student groups having an opportunity to work together.
Any questions? I mean, hello.
Hi, Audra. Sorry that was so hard to get you logged in. I think your microphone is muted.
Okay, there it goes.
There you are.
It was. I was watching you guys on YouTube actually while I was listening in, and I'm like, oh, let me see if I can tweet somebody who's in charge and who can. Yeah, so as you guys were popping up between people, I was looking at everybody's hashtag, and I'm like, okay, let's send messages to everybody to see if we could get this going. So yeah.
Welcome.
Yes. Thanks. Okay, I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm coming in from Pennsville, New Jersey. It's right near the Delaware and New Jersey border, and I'm a math teacher. I've done middle school and high school, and I'm also a grad student right now in the IT field. I'm going to finish my master's degree this upcoming spring. So learning about all these new technology tools is really great, and I'm learning about them in my classes and trying to use them in my current classrooms that I have. So yeah.
Do you have a lower third, Audra?
What do you mean by lower third?
See how we have the names here? And I hate to do this to you, but my computer is having some heating issues.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be shutting down. So I am going to keep going as long as I can, but if it shuts down, then I'm going to apologize. At least there's some minutes left in the chat. I'm not sure how else I can keep this thing cool, but I'm certainly gonna try.
Okay.
So sorry about that. If you guys just keep going with the conversation, so.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll. You can join us whenever your computer,
Yeah, comes back.
Right.
Yeah. So something that is very useful for me is to try to understand if you guys are working on Mac one-to-one settings or PCs, iPads. I mean, what are you doing in general?
Okay. At our school, we have there's about 12 classes, and we have just one set of laptops that we share throughout the school. Next year, we're hopefully going to have another set, so we have about, and we just rotate and sign out when we want the laptops, and